Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life, and especially in our tech journeys, when nothing seems to make sense. We put in the hours, we write the code, we debug again and again, yet still the results don't match the effort. We ask ourselves, why? Why is this so hard? Why isn't this working? Why am I even doing this? But here's the truth. Just because we don't understand a why right now doesn't mean there isn't a purpose. Growth doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it hides behind confusion, struggle, and temporary failure. But every challenge we face is shaping something greater in us. Skills, patience, clarity, and resilience. The best breakthroughs often come right after the biggest frustrations. The solution reveals itself after the storm. And the reason behind it all becomes clear after you've grown strong enough to handle it. Confusion is often seen as a sign of weakness or failure. But in reality, it's a natural part of learning and growth. When you're confused, it means you're challenging your mind to go beyond what it already knows. In the world of technology and innovation, confusion often marks the beginning of discovery. It shows that you're engaging with complex ideas, pushing boundaries, and stepping out of your comfort zone. Instead of fearing confusion, embrace it as a signal that you're on the edge of something new. Every expert was once a beginner who struggled to make sense of things. The key is to stay patient and persistent. With time, what once felt impossible starts to make sense, and the fog begins to lift. Confusion isn't failure, it's the path through which understanding takes shape. It's not a wall, but a doorway to clarity, growth, and ultimately, mastery. Patience is not just a virtue, it's a crucial ingredient in mastering any skill, especially in the tech world. When you're learning something new or trying to solve a complex problem, progress can feel painfully slow. You may spend hours debugging a single error, understanding a difficult concept, or trying to make something work. In those moments, it's easy to get frustrated and want to quit. But real mastery isn't built overnight. It's developed over time through steady effort and the willingness to keep going, even when results are not immediate. Every great developer, engineer, or creator had to endure periods of confusion and delay. Patience allows you to remain calm under pressure and to trust the process, knowing that every small step counts. It teaches you to value growth over speed. The longer you stay committed, the deeper your understanding becomes, and that's where true mastery lives. What struggles often feel like roadblocks, but they are actually where the most important lessons are hidden. When everything goes smoothly, we rarely stop to question, analyze, or grow. But when we're stuck, challenged, or facing repeated failures, that's when real learning begins. Struggles force us to think differently, to adapt, and to develop problem-solving skills we didn't know we had. In the process of overcoming obstacles, we discover new approaches, refine our methods, and strengthen our resilience. Especially in the tech world, every error, crash, or failed attempt carries a message. If we're willing to listen, these moments are not setbacks. They are opportunities disguised as frustration. Struggles sharpen our thinking and deepen our understanding in ways that easy wins never can. The discomfort we feel is not a sign to stop, but a signal that growth is happening. Hidden in every challenge is a valuable lesson waiting to be uncovered. Frustration is often the final barrier before a breakthrough. It appears when you've tried everything, when nothing seems to work, and when giving up feels easier than pushing forward. But this intense feeling is not a sign of failure. It's a signal that you're close to solving the problem. In tech and creative work, some of the greatest innovations come right after the most exhausting setback. The mind works in the background, connecting ideas and searching for answers, even when you feel stuck. Frustration means you're engaged, you're invested, and you're pushing against your limits. It forces you to question assumptions, reevaluate strategies, and sometimes take a completely new approach. These uncomfortable moments sharpen your thinking and deepen your skills. The moment you break through, all the frustration suddenly makes sense. What once felt impossible becomes clear. So breakthroughs don't come despite frustration. They often come because of it. Progress doesn't always look like winning or achieving something big. Sometimes it looks like trying again after a failure, sitting with confusion, or simply choosing not to quit. In the world of technology, learning often happens silently. Lines of code that don't compile, concepts that take days to understand, or bugs that disappear without a clear reason. During these moments, it can feel like nothing is changing, but beneath the surface, your mind is adapting, your skills are sharpening, and your understanding is deepening. Growth isn't always loud or obvious. Just like seeds grow underground before they break the surface, your efforts are building something even if you can't see it right away. Every mistake you correct, every error you debug, and every challenge you revisit adds another layer to your ability. Progress may be slow, but it's always happening. One step, one try, one lesson at a time. Sometimes when we're in the middle of a difficult journey, everything feels unclear. We question the purpose behind our efforts, especially when progress is slow or results are invisible. But purpose isn't always found in the moment. It often becomes clear only in hindsight. As time passes, the pieces begin to fit together. The confusion, the failures, the detours, they all start to make sense. What once felt pointless reveals itself as preparation. In the world of tech or any challenging pursuit, you may not always see the bigger picture while you're building, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Each experience shapes your skills, mindset, and resilience. Ferdia, the long hours, the setbacks, and the lessons you didn't ask for are actually building a foundation for something meaningful. With time and reflection, you begin to see how every step had value. Perspective transforms struggle into purpose and confusion into clarity. So if you ever find yourself lost, frustrated, or doubting the path, remember this: not understanding why doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It simply means the answer hasn't revealed itself yet. Keep learning, keep building, keep showing up even when it doesn't make sense. Because the ones who master tech and life are not the ones who always had the answers, but the ones who kept going until the answers found them. Your why will come, and when it does, everything you're doing right now will finally make sense.